In the heart of a small Yoruba village named Ilu lived a young girl named Iremide. Her family, though poor, was known for their integrity and kindness. Iremide's father, Baba Adisa, was a farmer who toiled endlessly on their farmland, while her mother, Iya Iremide, sold vegetables in the village market. Iremide, a girl of extraordinary beauty and wisdom, often helped her parents with the daily chores, dreaming of a better future. Despite their poverty, Iremide's parents ensured she received a good education. She attended the local school, where she excelled in her studies, often topping her class. Her intelligence and diligence did not go unnoticed. She was the pride of Ilu. One day, while Iremide was at the market helping her mother, a wealthy merchant man named Alhaji Jimoh visited the village. Alhaji Jimoh was a man of great repute, known for his extensive wealth and chain of businesses. He had come to Ilu to purchase fresh produce for his bustling enterprise. As he moved through the market, his eyes fell on Iremide. Her beauty and grace struck him, and immediately saw her potential as a perfect match for his son, Ninolowo. Ninolowo was Alhaji Jimoh's only son, a young man who had been educated abroad and had recently returned to take over his father's business. Despite his affluent upbringing, Ninolowo was humble and kind-hearted, such like Iremide. When Alhaji Jimoh returned to his mansion, he spoke to Ninolowo about the beautiful and intelligent girl he had seen in Ilu. Curious, Ninolowo decided to visit the village himself. Ninolowo's visit to Ilu was discreet. He dressed modestly and walked through the village, observing the simplicity and tranquility that contrasted sharply with his simple lifestyle. As he approached the market, he saw Iremide, her hands skillfully arranging vegetables while she chatted with the customers. Ninolowo was immediately captivated by the genuine warmth in her eyes. Ninolowo established a conversation with Iremide, pretending to be just another customer. They talked about several things: her family, her dreams, and the village life. The more they spoke, the more Ninolowo felt drawn to her. He knew then that his father's suggestion was just a perfect one. Iremide was indeed special. One day, Alhaji Jimoh sent a formal proposal to Baba Adisa. The family was astonished. Marrying into such a wealthy and prominent family was beyond their wildest dreams. Baba Adisa and Iya Iremide, though initially hesitant, were reassured by Alhaji Jimoh's reputation and Ninolowo's genuine interest in their daughter. After much deliberation and prayers, they agreed to the match. The wedding of Iremide and Ninolowo was a grand affair. The entire village of Ilu rejoiced, their humble surroundings transformed by the abundance that Alhaji Jimoh brought with him. Traditional Yoruba rites were performed, and the village elders blessed their union. Iremide, adorned in exquisite fabrics and jewelry, looked every bit a princess, yet she remained grounded, her heart full of hope and nervous anticipation. As Iremide moved into her new home, she was both excited and apprehensive. Ninolowo's mansion was vast and luxurious, a stark contrast to her modest upbringing. Ninolowo was attentive and kind, but Iremide soon realized that her new life was not as perfect as it seemed. Ninolowo's mother, Madam Fadekemi, and his sisters, Sidi and Simbi, did not hide their disdain for Iremide. They saw her as an outsider, someone unworthy for their family's status. Life in the Jimoh's household became increasingly difficult for Iremide. Madam Fadekemi and her daughters would often criticize her, finding fault in everything she did. From the way she spoke to the way she dressed, nothing escaped their scrutiny. They assigned her to the most menial tasks that were far beneath her station as Ninolowo's wife. Iremide's plea to Ninolowo for his support met with silence, though he loved her. Ninolowo was torn between his wife and his family's expectation. He urged Iremide to be patient, believing that time would soften his family's heart. However, the maltreatment only worsened. One evening, after a particularly harsh scolding from Madam Fadikemi, Iremide confronted Ninalowo, her eyes filled with tears. She begged him to stand by her. Instead of the support she sought, Ninalowo scolded her for causing discord in the family. Iremide felt utterly betrayed and alone. Despite the constant maltreatment, Iremide remained resilient. She continued to perform her duties diligently, finding solace in her prayers and memories of her loving family in Ilu Ileru. Her kindness and humility began to win the hearts of the household staffs, who admire her strength and grace under pressure. One day, while cleaning the study, Iremide came across some business documents left on Ninalowo's desk. Curious, she began to read them. Her sharp mind quickly grabbed the content. She realized that Ninalowo was struggling to manage the business and the company's finances were in disarray, and there were several critical issues that needed immediate attention. Iremide decided to help. Using her knowledge and resourcefulness, she started organizing the documents, making notes and suggesting solutions. When Ninalowo discovered her work, he was initially furious, but as he read through her suggestions, he realized their value. Reluctantly, he began to implement some of her ideas. Ninalowo's business slowly began to recover, thanks to Iremide's intervention. Despite his initial reluctance, he started involving her more in his work. Iremide's insight and strategic thinking brought about significant improvements. Ninalowo's respect for his wife grew, and he began to see her not just as a partner, but as an invaluable asset. However, this newfound success did not sit well on Madam Fadikemi and her daughters. They resented Iremide even more, feeling threatened by her intelligence and positive changes that she brings to the table. They continued their effort to undermine her, but Iremide's resolve only strengthened. One stormy night, a terrible incident occurred. A massive fire broke out in the Jimo's warehouse, threatening to destroy everything Ninalowo has worked for. Panic ensued as the family and the workers scrambled to save whatever they could. Iremide, witnessing the chaos, sprang into action. With a calm and composed behavior, she organized the workers, directing them on how to contain the fire and salvage valuable goods. Her quick thinking and leadership saved a significant portion of the warehouse. When the fire was finally extinguished, Ninalowo and his father were overwhelmed with gratitude and admiration for Iremide's bravery and intelligence. In the aftermath of the fire, Alhaji Jimo fell ill from the stress, leaving Ninalowo and Iremide to take over the family's business completely. Iremide's strategic mind and innovative ideas revitalized the business. She introduced new products, expanded their market reach, and implemented efficient business practices. The company's fortunes soared, and soon it was more prosperous than it has ever been. Iremide became the head of the household, managing both the business and the family's affairs with remarkable skill. The villagers of Ilu Ileru heard of her achievements and rejoiced, proud of their daughter's success. With her newly found power, Iremide could not forget the maltreatment she has endured. Madam Fadikemi and her daughters, now financially dependent on Iremide, made no effort to hide her disdain from them. She assigned them to the menial tasks they once gave her, ensuring they experienced the same hardship she had faced. As time passed, Iremide began to reflect on her actions. Her upbringing and values weighed heavily on her conscience. Despite everything, she knew that revenge was not the answer. Iremide realized that her strength lay in forgiveness and compassion, and not in perpetuating the cycle of hatred. One evening, she called Madam Fadikemi, Sidi, and Simbi into the living room. With a calm and steady voice, she spoke of the pain they have caused her, but also of her decision to forgive them. She made it known to them that though she would not forget their cruelty, yet she would not let it define her actions. Iremide's decision to forgive them marked a turning point in the Jimo's household. Madam Fadekemi and her daughters, initially stunned by Iremide's magnanimity, gradually began to change their behavior. They started treating Iremide with the respect she deserved. Ninalowo, witnessing his wife's grace and strength, felt a deep sense of shame for his earlier actions. He vowed to stand by her side, supporting her in every way possible. Their relationship grew stronger, built on mutual respect and love. With the household now at peace, Iremide focused on her philanthropic efforts. She used her influence and resources to improve the lives of the villagers in Ilu Ileru. She founded the construction of new schools, provided scholarships for deserving students, and set up a healthcare center to ensure that everyone in the village had access to medical care. Her heart of kindness attracted her to the villagers even more, and her name became synonymous with generosity and hope. Just as life seemed to settle into harmonious rhythm, Iremide faced another challenge. Ninalowo was diagnosed with a serious illness that required intensive treatment and care. This period tested Iremide's faith in God. She stood by her husband's side, managing both the business and the household with unwavering determination. Ninalowo's illness also softened the heart of Madam Fadekemi and her daughters. Seeing Iremide's dedication and love for Ninalowo, they began to realize the depth of her attitude. Slowly, genuine bonds started to form between Iremide and her in-laws, replacing the old animosities with respect and affection. Iremide had a dream. In her dream, she was visited by an angel of wisdom and divination. The angel revealed to her a hidden secret about a medicinal herb growing in the depths of a forest near Ilu Ileru, which could cure Ninalowo's illness. Upon waking, Iremide shared her dream with Ninalowo, her husband, who encouraged her to follow her vision. Iremide embarked on a journey to the forest, guided by the wisdom of her ancestors and the hope of the angel's prophecy. After days of searching, she found the herb. With the help of a local herbalist, she prepared the medicine and administered it to Ninalowo. To everyone's astonishment, Ninalowo's health began to improve rapidly. The doctors were baffled but grateful to the miraculous recovery. Ninalowo's recovery was a divine sign, and the family's faith in God was strengthened. The miraculous event further solidifies Iremide's position as not just the head of the household, but a beacon of hope and wisdom. With Ninalowo's health restored and the couple continued to grow their business, they diversified their ventures, investing in agriculture, education, and healthcare. Iremide's vision and Ninalowo's businesses created an era of unprecedented prosperity for the family of Jimo. Their wealth was not just measured in material terms, but in the goodwill and respect they earned from the community. Iremide's influence extended beyond her family and business. She became a community leader advocating for women's rights, education, and healthcare. Her speeches inspired many, and her actions spoke even louder. She established a foundation that supported various social causes, ensuring that her legacy of kindness and leadership will endure. Despite the successes, the Jimo's family faced another crisis. A rival businessman, envious of their success, concocted a plan to tarnish the reputation of the family and bring down their businesses. False accusation and legal battle ensued, putting immense pressure on Iremide and Ninalowo. Iremide's strength and integrity were tested even once more. She navigated the challenges with grace, gathering evidences to clear their names. Her unwavering belief in justice and truth guided her through the storm. In the end, their innocence was proven, and the rival's deceit was exposed. Through these trials, Iremide learned the true power of forgiveness. She realized that holding on to past grievances only hindered growth and peace. She reached out to the rival businessman, offering forgiveness and proposing a collaboration instead of continued enmity. This unexpected gesture disarmed the man, and a new partnership was forged, turning a former adversary into an ally. Iremide's journey from a humble village girl to a powerful matriarch and community leader was nothing short of remarkable. Her life became a testament to the power of resilience, compassion, and forgiveness. The Jimos family story was told across the region, inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams with integrity and kindness. As years passed, Iremide and Inlaws saw their children grow up to be responsible, kind-hearted individuals who carried forward their parents' legacy. Ilu flourished, benefiting from Iremide's continuous efforts to uplift the community. Iremide's story concluded with a grand celebration of her contributions. The village elders, along with her family and the community, gathered to honor her. In her speech, Iremide emphasized the importance of love, perseverance, and the ability to forgive. She reminded everyone that true strength lies not in revenge, but in the courage to rise above it and create a better future for all. And so, the tale of Iremide, the girl who overcame adversity to become the pillar of strength and wisdom, became a cherished folk tale passed down through generations, teaching the timeless value of resilience, compassion, and forgiveness.